All right. Okay. You know, in our web designing class, we have moved on to the responsive web design, and I have already explained you what do you mean by responsive web design, because when we are browsing websites or web pages, we don't use computers a lot these days. Now, of course, in order to teach you now, I'm using a computer screen, but day-to-day life, when you want to do your work, most of the time we use mobile screens, right? Okay. So I just opened something like this. Most of the time, this is what you're going to get. Excuse me. Okay, students, I hope you can hear me. Now you will be you will be getting mobile phones like this. Okay, mobile phones like this. So your website needs to, now these are some examples only. In the mobile phone, your website have to look very nice. I mean, the website has to look very accessible, and it should look very neat. Okay, this is one thing. And of course, if you happen to open your website or web page in a larger screen like a tab or a computer screen, that also it has to look nice also. So that doesn't mean what kind of a screen that you're using. Whatever the screen that you're going to use, it has to look perfect. Or in other words, it has to look very professional, and it has to look very accessible, right? So what you see, these examples, they look how the website looks like in a computer screen. Okay. Right. So we can build things like this. Now we should understand one more thing. When you are making websites, um, it is not only how you put the elements in places, that is called laying out. After my last class, if time permits, I will teach you a little bit of how to do this layout designs and fundamentals of graphics design. Anyways, if you, for example, if you take a look at this particular template here, what you see on the screen, they are basically using a cool color tone. Okay, the choice of fonts, the spacing that they have, okay, the spaces that they have, even this person's shirt color, and all these colors, you can hardly find, not, I mean, not hardly, you can't find anything something like hot colors here. Like if I ask you whether you find anything maroon color, red color, yellow color, orange color, none of those colors are here. That means they are going according to a color theme or color tone. Like all these kind of things will make your website more prettier, right? This is a different example. Let's open another one, right? So let's open another one. Likewise, these are nicely done ones. Okay. I show you some more examples like this, right? So we can develop these kind of things, right? Because in CSS we learned how to position things and how to make them up, right? Okay. Without further delay, let's get started with the Bootstrap lesson today. What we are doing now, I have been teaching you Bootstrap because when it comes to Bootstrap, now this is the website I kept it open. When you go to the Bootstrap website, in the Bootstrap website, we have a section called Docs, that it means documentation. And under the documentation, there is a main section called Components. And these components, we can directly copy and paste the code to our web project, and we can start working on it. And I'm going to show you a couple of components today. And latter part of today's lesson, if time permits, I'll show you how you can edit those components as well. That means how to customize those components as well. So with that one, of course, we can conclude the Bootstrap lesson. And most probably next class, I can give you the assignment, what assignment that you need to develop. Okay, let's get started with this one. I'll keep it to the side. When necessary, I'll show you once again, right? Now, this is the web page that we finally built. This is the web page that we finally built. And if you go to the inspect section, and once you put it in a web, like once you put it in a if you put it on a mobile phone, right? So you can start browsing it, and there are no components down here, or there is not much contents down here, so I can scroll. But these sections, actually, these are div sections, and we call them as columns. Previous session, I have already taught you this one, and you already have the videos with you. In a smaller screen, you can see one upon the other. These divs have nicely got stacked. They have come nicely, and they have got stacked. One upon the other, they are getting stacked. When you go to a large screen, they are becoming a normal screen. Like, for example, it's iPad Pro. It's more like a tab. Now you can see it is we have more space, and you can see we get the column view rather than one upon the other stacking view. It's not there. Okay, so this is one another advantage of what do you call the responsive designing using Bootstrap, right? Okay, from there we will move on, right? Let's get rid of this one. Let's go to the normal this one. And today I'm going to teach you some components. I'll try to cover the basic components first of all, up to navigation bar. Once I finish, we will be doing the assignment. Okay, right? So it is up to you to do the customizations and other layout design practice and all. You have to practice very well. Okay, so let's start a new page, right? So to get started with this one, because I think after a 1 week gap, we are doing it because last week I was not at home. I was in Colombo for some of my personal work. So last week I couldn't do the session, students. So today is the next session that I'm continuing. Okay. All right. So what shall we do now is we will do something like this. Let's create a new page, right? So I will copy paste this one, Control C, Control V. And I'm going to call this one as page number 4. And in the page number 4, I want to keep the rest of the things as it is. The container part and the row part I want to keep, and remaining parts I will get rid of them, and I will simply put here, in what do you call, in VS Code, you can type dot and you can give a name of a class, and if you press the tab key, automatically the VS Code will create a div box for you like this. Now I'm going to type call LG12, right? And if I press the tab key, and we nicely get that one, right? So I want call MD12 as well. So medium screen and large screen, I want this to be like this. Right. So inside this one, I'm going to demonstrate how to work with the components. As you can see here, I have already kept it open here, guys. If you go to the components, now we can do one by one. We will start working with easy ones. We will do it with easy ones. I can, of course, copy paste and show you these things, but we will do it in a little bit easy manner, right? So we will change the order and we can go, right? So I'm going to first of all show you how you can work with something like how to apply a Bootstrap things, right? Okay. I'll show you how to work with the buttons, right? Now watch this. I'm going to have headings here. I will put H1, right? H1. First of all, let's start with the typography. Typography means text. Okay, right. And here I will work with typography. Right. Now, when I reload this web page, now see that you got this one here. We have a new page. You can see there's a heading. This is H1 size, and normally it has a particular type of a formatting. And when you want to change that, you will be using inside this one. Simply you use class. Okay, use the word class and double quotes. Within this one, you have to give a name of a class. I don't know whether I showed you this. Let me open this and show you once again. If you go inside the CSS folder, you have a file called bootstrap.css. And when you open this one, it's not a small file. you get you get 12,070 lines of coding. 12,070 lines of coding is there. So it's a huge document which has a lot of settings. And if you go and just take a look at the settings, so how the buttons should be formatted, how the form component should be formatted, how the heading should be formatted, everything will be there. For example, let's type H1 tags. Now I type H1 here, and you can see in 219th line, they have given a formatting. You already know how to group classes and what else? Classes, right? So you can see here H6 is a tag, dot H6 is a class name. H5 is a tag, dot H5 is a class name. Likewise, all the heading sizes have covered here. So what happens is now they have put like margin top 0, margin bottom 0.5 rem, font weight and font line height, color, etc. They have used, right? Okay, now what I'm not going to do any changes to this. I just wanted to show you that. That's it. So we're going to go to our web page, right? So let's come here. I will type H1 here. There will be no difference. There will be no difference. See, there is no difference. I hope we didn't do this. We didn't do that part. Yeah. We didn't do that. Yeah. Okay. Let's reload this. Okay. You can come see that. There is no change in that. Now let's put an H2 here. H2 tag. I will say this. Okay. This is a H2 tag. Now let's reload that. By default, you can see there is small in size. Likewise, if I put all these things, so that is the head. You can see how it is changing. Now the thing is inside the H6, if you say class, and if you put H1, that effects or that settings that you applied will get applied to that. Meaning it will make the font size bigger. Now see, when I reload this one will become this size. Did you notice that? So it doesn't matter what is the tag that you're using. So that is a good example how this works. Okay. You can have inline elements like span tags. This is sample span HTML part. So it is normal text. You can see this is a sample spam text. It's not spam text, span text. Okay, I'm sorry. Right, we can put another one here, another one here. And no problem. One after the other, it will come. You can put here class, and inside that also you can put H1. So if you apply to that, that will become that particular size. Only difference is it doesn't take the text to the next line, only it makes the font size bigger. That's one thing. Okay, so that is about H1, H1, H2, H2, H3 of page 6, right? So let me show you one more thing is there. There's how you can display font. They have introduced in what do you call in Bootstrap something called display. So display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 they have. So they are also larger in size. Now I like to show you something like this. Okay, H1 tags I'll put. I don't want to put H1 itself, but you know I will put heading 1, 2, 3 like this. Oh, I will put like this. I'll put display 1, 2, 3. Display heading size 1, 2, 3. Right? Okay. Let's have 6 of them. We got 6 of them. Let's rename them. Okay. So now what we do is we reload this. If you reload that, so it is no difference, just like this. It comes like that. Now see, we can type here class equal sign, you display one. If you give display one, that is pretty big. See, now see what happens to this slim font, large fonts. This is really nice if you want to create something like a middle type of a banner. You want to draw everybody's attention towards something little really big. You can easily do that by using this particular thing, but use it very, very carefully. To save the time, I'm going to copy paste this one inside this. So let's change these things. So if I reload that, you will see the sizes. There we go. So that's the difference between normal H1s and display ones. Okay. So that is, I just wanted to show you the sizes like that, right? Okay, fine. So I'm going to take you quickly to the next part, right? So I can do it in the same page, but I prefer doing it in another file, right? So let's close that. Let's take the fifth example. Let's take fifth one, and let's call this one as fifth one. Let's call this one as colors. I'm going to show you how to work with the colors. So I'm going to teach you some names. Basically, you can make use of these names wherever you want those basic colors. But if you don't like the basic colors, there's always room for you to update them, or you can customize them, right? So watch this. First of all, let's get rid of this part. I'm going to leave this part as it is. I'm going to remove these parts. First of all, I'm going to show you this one with paragraphs. I can do it with the headings also. Let's do it with paragraphs, right? Okay, so it will be visible. Or let's do it with H1, H2. It doesn't matter. Let's do it with paragraphs, right? Okay, let's say paragraph. I don't want to type a lot of things. This is sample text to demonstrate text colors. Okay. Okay. So what we will do is inside this one, we can say class. Only that you need to do is you need to use the class names which comes with Bootstrap. So we say text dash. You can put something called muted. So if you say muted, I'll show you the difference. So normal text and muted text. I will zoom in. See, this is not black, right? This is not black. This is kind of ash color. Okay, that's a kind of ash color. Now, if I put normal, right? I'll put this one. Just I'll copy paste that. Now see what happens. Now this is normal text. Now this is black. This is not black. Okay, right. Okay, so we can put here other names, right? So class, you have if you want blue color, you put class name text dash primary. Okay, primary is a type of blue color, right? This kind of a blue will come. I will keep it a little bit zoomed in so you can see the colors clearly. Another one, we will copy paste this one so it's easy for us, right? So we can go for another color. If you want green color, you will put success. So these names are very common among Bootstrap, so you can use them. So that's the kind of green color. If you didn't like that green color, always you can customize that, right? And if you like a light blue color, you can use this one, info, like this. And if you like dark yellow color or like kind of orange color, you can use warning, text dash warning. See, right? Then if you want red color, then you can put danger, like this, right? And you have like black color, you have another color called secondary. See, secondary, something like this, right? Secondary color. And you can put normal body text also, right? So that will come. normal black color like this, right? So these are the basic colors that you have for text colors, right? Okay. So we will, in the same example, we will work with the background colors as well. Okay. Right. So I'll put a heading here for this one, H1 text color or foreground color. Basically, it's not foreground color, text color, right? Okay. So we'll have a heading text color. Next one we'll have we'll have a background color, right? So the background colors also we will practice, right? To practice background color, we will use the same thing, right? So let's use maybe headings better, I think. Okay, we will use H1 tags, background color demo. So we will copy some here and we will practice them. Okay. So it says just background color demo. So there is no background color to this. I will use, I forgot to tell you text color, white color also you can take. I will do it here. You can use color, not color, class, and you say BG dash, you can give, right? So if you give BG dash dark, now you can see background color, we have given dark color. Text is not displayed because text is also dark. Okay, right. So you need to change that one. So let's see how you can change it. If you have doubts, you can talk to me, children. Okay, right. I hope you are closely watching and what I'm demonstrating and what I'm explaining. If you have doubts, you can drop a message in the WhatsApp, not WhatsApp, I'm sorry, in the chat box, or you can switch on your mic and speak to me, right? Ms. Sulaiha, I think the line is clear, ne, there?
Yes, sir, very clear.
Okay, right. Right. So it is more like a demonstration and explanation going on. I hope you can easily understand. There is no big explanations here. Right. Okay. So I'm showing you how to change the background colors. I like to have the color of the text something like light. Now if I give text light, so when I reload this, here you can see the text color comes like that. Okay, I want to scroll this one a little bit down. So I will put, let me put a PRE tag here. Okay, now you can see that very clearly in the middle of the screen. I hope the line is very clear because it's very heavily raining and thundering here. That's the reason, right? Okay. And I'll put another one, right? Let's copy this and paste it. Let's see, just like BG dark, you can put BG primary. So this will again make the background color blue. Okay. So what you learned in the colors, same names coming. There you put text dash the name. Here you put BG dash the name. Okay. So that is primary. So if you put primary, you can put secondary also. Secondary will be this kind of a color. BG secondary. Right. I made a spelling mistake. Right. Then you can see you can have background color info, that is light blue color. This kind of a blue. Then you can have, if you want green color, you can put the word success. Like that. Then if you want yellow color or dark yellow closer to orange like, you can put warning. Now one of you might be thinking that can't we change these colors? You can perfectly change these colors. Let me teach you first of all the basics of this one. After that, I'll show you how to customize one or two of these things, right? That's about the warning. And we can have even background color red also. So we put danger. See, so that those colors you can nicely take. And of course, you can take the back. I think I took the dark. Yeah, I took the dark. You can use the background color also dark like this. Background also you can make it light. In this case, text you have to make it dark. right? A slight ash color, like you can see that. I gave background BG light. So there's a light color background is there. Okay. So that's basically about the background colors, right? And the text colors, right? So that's the important thing you will be quite often using in your projects. Right. Let's move on to the next lesson. I'm going to teach you how to work with the tables. Let's put demo 6 tables. So we'll see how to work with the tables. I will, as usual, I'll get rid of this one. Now I'm going to add my code here. See, what we will do is we will type table like this. Then I'll keep the things very simple to you. I create a TR tag. Then I put a TH tag. Each TH stands for a table header. In HTML, you have perfectly learned this one. So I will put product. Then the second column will put a medium. Let's say this is kind of a price list. And the last one is large. Okay. And after this, we put TR. Again, we put TD. Product, let's put, I don't have time to think and type the things. So I'll type like product 1. So the next one will be the price of that. Let's put 250. Another one, sorry. Another one that will be 650. Okay. Again, next one, TD. So product 2, TD. Let's type 450 rupees. TD, let's type 900 rupees. We'll create 1 or 2 rows, okay, right? Another TD. Last product 3. Sorry. Let's put 1,250 rupees. And this one is 2,500 rupees. Right, now let's reload this one. Let's go back. Let's reload this. You get a basic table like this. Let me zoom in a little bit. So you don't have any formats here. This is just a blank rough table. You don't see the lines, nothing. Okay. So we need to get it formatted using the Bootstrap part. So to do that, very simple. This is the pure HTML is here. Inside this one, you simply put class and you say table. Okay. So when you do that, when you reload this, see what happens. So it becomes a table now. And you can see it is fully stretching across my page. Okay. So we can give the size if you like. So later we will do that. For the time being, let it be like that. Okay. Right. So the next one I'm going to give there is, you're going to type table dash striped. So when you give table dash striped, you will get one row in one color, the other row in another color. Okay. Then you can type table dash hover, which means once the mouse pointer comes over, color will start to change like this, right? And you can type table dash, you can give bordered. So nicely it adds the border from all the sides. Earlier it was open from these 2 sides. Now it's a closed border, like, okay, right? Then you can put colors to that. That's it. So if you like, as I told you, you just put table, don't put BG, just put table, and you say dark. Don't put BG dark, table dark, right? So they have already formatted. If you say table dark, text will automatically become light color, rows will be visible, and once the mouse pointer comes, it will nicely change to whatever the color you want. So for example, if you put it to success, so let's say how that changes, it turns to a kind of light green color table, and it stays like this. So like you can try the other things as well, right? So this is possible for you to do, right? I kind of like the dark one. So we have it like this, right? So because this is fully 12 columns I have given, it is taking all the columns there. So if you go for a small resolution, so that's how it looks like in a mobile phone, right? Okay. Right. Hope you understand that. Right. Let's close this one. And you might be wondering, okay, right, that'll be enough. Okay. So that's about the tables, right? Next, we will work with the images. Let's how to add some images and how to work with the borders, how to make them circled images and things like that. Let's quickly work on that also, right? Okay. So I'm going to copy paste this and I'm renaming that demo 7 images. Okay. Right, let's delete this part. The table I'm erasing. So that we have a blank one. We have a blank page. Right, so I think I need some images. Now carefully watch that. I have two folders. First folder is CSS, second folder is JS. So inside this one, I need another folder. So I will select a file like this. This is the file I'm working on. Select the file. Then I will hit on new folder, right? So I'm going to create as img or images, right? Images is better. So inside there's no images, right? So let me very quickly download some images. Uh, so just download some sample images. Uh, we will download something which is so we'll download some building images. Okay, this looks good. We don't have a lot of time, students. That's why we'll quickly take 1 or 2 photographs, right? This looks good. Original footage not coming. Maybe something from Facebook. That's it. This one. What about that? Yeah, got it. Right click, save as. So we're going, and I'm saving in D drive, not D drive, D drive. WC. Okay, WC web. Right, this one, images. This is a WEP photograph. So I will say pick one. Let's pick one. Okay, it's easy for me. Let's take this one also. Uh, it's loaded, bit large, but doesn't matter. Pick two. It's a JPG image, and I want exact size. Let's say 400 by 400. Let's try something box sized one. It doesn't really matter, but you know, yeah. Let's try this one. Okay. Let's save the last one. That is a JPG image. We'll save this one as pick 3. Okay. Fine. Let's go back to our example. I think we are in our example. Right. We are in this web page. Let's go here. Let's add an image. Okay. Right. First of all, let's add an image. Okay. IMG slash. So we type images slash. We can take whatever the image you want. Right. Let's take the first one. No bootstrap, no CSS. let's check how it looks inside the web page. So that's a full size. This is a 3D generated computer graphics generated image. Doesn't matter, that's the full size of the image, right? Okay, let it be. So we can put class, then we can type something like we can give something like rounded, right? So let's carefully observe the boxes. When you give rounded, now the edges of the image is round rectangles, rounded ones. Okay, and even you can try we'll try the rounded circle as well. So if you do like that, it becomes a circle like that. That's not a good picture, right? So we'll type pick uh, pick 3 will do, because it's a square image that looks really nice because it's a square shaped one. So when you say uh, rounded, okay, circle, so it nicely takes like that. Okay, and you can make it even it looks like a thumbnail. I like to put another image, right? Let's take the same one. This time rounded circle I'm not going to add. I'm just going to add img dash thumbnail. So now watch this. I don't know whether you can see that. There's a back. If I go closer to that, you can see there's a um, printed photo like an effect has been added to that one, right? If you really want, you can put a background color here. Now you will see very clearly. See, that is how, if you give thumbnail, that's how it goes. That's how it's going to come. Okay. So basically, if you want to make an image look circle, you write rounded circle. That's all, right? If you just give rounded, it just be rounded. And if you give img thumbnail, it will become a thumbnail. But if you want more further formattings, you will have to use your CSS knowledge. Okay. Right. So that's about that. Right. So let's move on to another one. So we are slowly creating the stuff, right? Okay. So we have some more time. We can learn more components, right? Okay. I'm going to teach you one more thing, right? So let's see how we can create jumbotrons. Actually, let me rename this one first. The version of Bootstrap that we are using is version 5, okay? In the previous versions, we had something called jumbotrons. In the current version, we don't have jumbotrons, but it looks very pretty and it looks really nice to create things like jumbotrons. I'll show you how to create that one, okay? Right. Right. So I'm going to get rid of this one, right? So let us get rid of this one, right? So how you create a jumbotron is, right? You normally create a div. Okay, you can normally create a div, but you will be giving some more details to that, right? So that means more classes to that. It'll become looking like a jumbotron. Okay, right. I like to create it outside my container at the very top, right? So let's try this one. Okay, it's a div, right? So let's put class. Okay. Um, we'll give the class later. We'll give some text there. H1, let's say, we'll put Jumbotron example. And let's put a paragraph. Not much, right? And let's put a link also. So let's reload that and see how it looks. So this is how it looks like. It looks really big. Let it be, no problem. Okay. I want to do it like this. I want to put something here also. So when I reload, this is my normal content. See, it's like this. It's like this. Now we will work on our Jumbotron thing. So nothing, right? Just a div, one heading, one paragraph. There is no Bootstrap code here. Now I'm going to put some code in here. Watch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say BG. Let's put whatever we like. We can put. I'll put something like. We can put dark if you want. Okay, let's put BG dark. So the text gone. Totally not visible. So let's type text dash white. Let's bring the text to white color. So the texts are visible now. I want to take the text center as well. I can do that later. And the Jumbotron, it is stretching from left to right, because students, I have put it as just a div here. If I put it inside my, what do you call, a container, it will look better, right? So if I want to put, I can put it now also. See, let's put div here. Now this will become smaller. Now it comes to that particular size. That's also possible, right? Now you see that better. That's why I took it like that. And here you can put again, just like for images, you can give rounded. Then this will become rounded. See, that is possible if you want. Okay, if you don't want, leave it. And there is no much space here. We have to have plenty of space so it will look really big and look really nice. Let's type something like, if you want margin, you say M, right? And you have top, right, bottom, left. So you type MT. MT stands for margin top, right? And if you give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can give. So if I give 1, you will see a small gap. I think I have to take it that at the beginning. It seems it's not working enough, right? Let's type empty. I will give something like 4, whether it is visible. Empty. Okay, let's type M4. Okay, so that is every side's moving. But let's leave it this one, right? Okay, but we'll try with the padding value now. See, padding I'm going to give 5. Now it's going to work very nice. Every side we're going to have space now. Now you can see this is what I'm talking about. A big div where you can have some emphasis on going on in it, right? Okay, right. So that is pretty easy to create. Let's try text center, whether it is working. I think it should work. Everything you can take it center like that, right? And later, students, today we can, if time permits, we will learn. We can make this into a button also. See, that is possible. And that's quite easy to do, right? So we can very easily do that part. Okay. So hope you understand how to create a Jumbotron. Even you can put a background image to this one and nicely suit this, right? Okay. So I just wanted to show you that. That's all. No big deal about it, right? Okay. Next one, we're going to learn about these buttons, right? So we have some more time left. So we learn about buttons, how to create them. Without wasting a lot of time, yeah, better I can do it in another one, right? So I can give you the files today. I'll give you this one, Control C, Control P. Let's rename this one. That's the 9th one. Let's call this one as buttons. Let's call them as buttons. I don't need the Jumbotron. Let's get rid of that. This one, let it be there. I just leave the heading. Let's put it like working with Bootstrap buttons. Working with Bootstrap buttons. Let's reload that. Nope. Here we go. I'm going to add some buttons and show you how we can work with that, right? Basically, students, if you want, you can make a button into a button like this. You know, in HTML, we have buttons like this. So you say test here, and when you reload that, this becomes a button. You can click that. Now it has a default formatting to that. And if you want to get rid of that, what you do is you say class and you say btn. And when you say btn, it will become a Bootstrap button. See, it doesn't have a background color and everything. You can put btn dash and you can create one of the kind of a button. For example, if you make it a primary button, it will be blue. Okay, so most of the time you in web design, you might not be creating real buttons like this. Instead, you'll be making use of HTML links. Okay, HTML links, you will be turning them into buttons. So it's up to you whether you want to turn a button or you want to turn a link. Okay, I'm going to do the links to buttons, right? So one button I did, let it be there, no problem. So let's put a BR tag. And this time I'm going to create a link. So ahref. So let's put the hash mark. So I can put whatever the text I like. So I'll put the text here. Then I'm going to write here, let's say class. So you put dark. I'm sorry, not dark. btn dash dark. Okay. So when you do like this, see what happens. You get a black color button. Okay. One BR seems to be not enough. Okay, so we'll have it like this. Okay. Right, so that is dark button. Let's try another one. So you can try a light button. It's easy for me. I can copy paste and explain you. So light button is here. Hope you can see that. There's a light button. And you can have a primary button. You can guess the color, right? What's the color? It'll be blue color. Okay. So that's the primary. Let's type secondary. So that will be light gray color. Secondary. And finally, you have primary, secondary. You have success. That will be green color button. Then you have warning button. That will be dark orange color or dark, very dark yellow. If you want a red color button, put a danger. That will come like that. Light blue color button, if you want, you can put info. Like this. Okay. So those are the basic buttons. And if you want a link to look like a link, no problem. You just like btn link. So that will look exactly like a link. Very beautifully, nicely working. Underline is also there. So that's up to you how you want to create, right? So all these things are available for you to create them, right? And you might be wondering, all these buttons have a round rectangle or rounded edges. So if you don't like the rounded ones, how we can get rid of those things? You can simply do that one in customizing. So I think next session I will be doing that part. Okay. There are so many components available in Bootstrap, so I'm not going to do it like a dictionary, everything. I'm just showing the starting part I'm showing, and I'm going to show you a little bit more, a little bit advanced ones as well. So this is about the buttons. And of course, guys, if you want if you want large buttons and small buttons, let me put something like yeah, secondary button here. So if you want large button, I'll put this is the normal one. So without, let's say default one is this large one. And let me put the small one here. So if you want, you put btn dash sm, that is the small one. And if you want the large one, btn dash lg. Okay. Actually, I want to put this one in this order so you can see the size difference. See, that's a small one. This is the default size, and that's the large one. Okay. So usually you don't give this one. If you want, you can make it smaller than the existing buttons. This is the default one, and this is the large one. Okay. You can make this one even larger if you like. Okay. Right. So that's about it. Buttons. Let us do one more thing. You can create button groups also if you like. Button groups are very easy to create. I'll create that one also. Sometimes you want to create something like navigation bars like things that will be useful. Working with Bootstrap button groups. Now watch how we do that part, right? First of all, we have to create a button group. Inside that, you can add the buttons. That's it. Very simple. You do like this, btn group. Okay. Nothing else you need to do, right? You just create a div and give btn group. Inside that, you can either put buttons or links or buttons. At this time, I'm adding buttons, right? So you can even say type equals button, and you can say class equals btn. What color you I like dark colors, so I'll type btn dark. Okay. Um, so you can give some names here. I'm going to copy paste these things. That's it, right? 3 buttons I created. I can put, for example, like let's say uh, home products, and what else? Home products and downloads. Okay. So let's reload that. So you get this kind of a, I mean, one-to-one attached navigation bar type of a look and feel buttons you get, right? So you can add more buttons inside this one, right? So that will be a nice navigation bar type of thing will come, right? So let's say downloads, new products, about us, contact us, gallery, enough. So you get something like that. So starting part looks like this, ending part looks like this. In between, everything is just snapped to each other nicely. I can zoom in a little bit for you to clearly see. See, that's pretty easy to create. So only magic that you do is this one. Without having this one, now if I don't have this, you will have ordinary buttons like this. Okay. But with this button group, that becomes a navigation bar type of a buttons. So pretty easy. Okay. Right. So that's about the button groups, right? So we got, we have something called badges also. Let me show you that one as well. Sometimes badges are very useful if you want to put something like indicators or notifications like thing. I'll show you how to do that. Badges, badges, right? Okay. Uh, Working with Bootstrap badges. It's easy, right? So let's say I'm going to type something like H3. You have or else let's say inbox. Okay, inbox. So next to that, you want to put something. Not exactly, but there are other controls also, but I'll put this one and show you. Let's put, you put a span tag. Inside that you say class and you put badge space badge dash whatever it is. So we'll put I like it to appear in red color, so I'll put it in danger. So let's say 15, and let's reload this one and see. That didn't work properly. Badge danger. Inside this, I have typed it. For the badge, I need to give a background color also. Something like this. Students, actually, this is not what I wanted. Okay, so this is a badge-like thing where you can have inside a color and a small text. I'll try to show you how to put this notifications separately. Okay. So you can turn this into pill shape once. Okay. So just we will do a different one here. We'll put primary, and I can give another class called rounded dash pill. Rounded pill. So it will come like this. Okay. So if I put a big word, so you will realize that one, right? Okay. Inbox unread mails. So you get the things like that, right? So this is possible to get. So that is about batches, right? So you can create them like that, right? You can use this one inside a button also, right? So I'll show you how it's done. So it will be a little bit looking like a notification, right? So you can create first of all a button. Okay. And we better put a class also. Sorry. Class will give BTN, whatever the color is okay. We'll give primary. And inside this button, we say messages. Then we say span. Okay, let's say unread messages of 4. And we say class, we say badge, and we say VG danger. Okay, let's try that one. So you get something like this. This kind of a thing can be used as these notifications, not like this, but this works pretty well. Okay. If you really want to do, you can do that part, right? So that is how you can make use of the badges, right? Okay, I think that's all the time that we have for today, students. We have come to 7:30, but today I was able to teach you quite a lot of components which were available in Bootstrap. So when you're designing your web page in different places of your web page, you can make use of those components, and later you can even customize them. So customizing part, most probably next week we are doing it. And there's a question. So can you send this file? Yes, I'm going to send it. Please don't leave. I'll send that. What I want to tell you, I'm going to tell you and finish. And students, after I finish these things for HTML, Bootstrap, CSS, as well as you can learn more other things. I'm going to share some video tutorials as well as some text tutorials with you. So basically websites, even I am referring now to show you these things, which means like in an orderly manner to go them. I'm also referring that 1 or 2 websites. I will suggest you in the last class. So you can learn a lot from here. Okay, don't please stop learning web designing from here. This is a good start and a good push have been given to you. So from here you can start building awesome things from this point onwards. Okay, I wish you all the best. We will see in your next class. Meanwhile, I'll share the files. Please wait. Okay, I'll zip and send you. That'll be easy for you. Got it. So these are the files that we were working today. We don't need these things, of course. I need only this stuff. Resources also not necessary. Okay. It's actually a RAR file. So the problem is you will not be able to open it. I'll put it to a zip file so all of you can open it. Okay. Okay, got the file. WC CSS, that's the document. Let me give you that file to you. This is my chat window. Let's chat to meet in chat. I don't know whether you can see that. I dropped it into, it's just 2.8 MB. I dropped it into the chat window. Let's see whether you got the file. Suleha, did that come?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you people can download it then. I will leave the meeting so you can download and then you can leave. Okay. God bless you all and see you in the next class. Thank you very much.